Y'all, the power of a woman is something that's unbelievable, right? Something I'm noticing on this journey of mine, at least. I'm very passionate. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creative artist, in other words, writer. I'm just an artistic ass person that made myself to a business. And I've been running across a lot of women who are very purpose driven, right? I notice, at least with me, I can admit that my weakness right now is I don't have a strong woman by my side. Now, I'm not saying I don't have family, right? Because that's very different. Having a loving mother, having a loving father, having loving, siblings and stuff like that, right? But an intimate partner who shares the same vision, who shares somewhat of the same principles as you do, you guys, when those two energies come together, so much growth and so much like just prosperity and love happens. I saw my grandfather do it. He was with my grandma for what, 50, 60 years damn near. And she was putting in work behind the scenes that he didn't even know that she was doing to help his business, help his legacy, help what he was doing until after she was gone. So that was a real tight union. But now I'm getting, I'm running into people who somewhat have that dynamic. They have women who have the strong suits and have everything necessary to propel their career, propel what they want to do in life, right? But they don't work with each other. I don't know where this motion came from, where you shouldn't work with the person you go to sleep with that night. If anything, the person that you go to sleep with that night would probably be the best person to bring on your team, because you trust that person. You know that person. That person knows you. Your girl probably know your business, the ins and outs of your business, more than you do. If you pick the right girl and you are open, at least, right? She knows you better than you know you. And and what I'm seeing too is women think different. We're very structural and analytical. By nature, 1 + 1 = 2. But I'm noticing the way that women think, they look outside the box a lot more, right? They don't view things from a one-dimensional way. They see things from multiple different outlets. There's multiple different ways for us to get to what we're trying to get to. So let's lay out what we need to do, and here's our options, right? A man can only do so much by himself, right? Which is why we always say we got to build teams and have strong brotherhoods and etc., right? Which is important. But please don't sleep on the power of a woman. What her influence can do to your life and how she can inspire you in ways that you didn't even know that you could be inspired. When you come into contact with somebody who is also passionate, is also aligned in their energy and their purpose. If you're also aligned in your energy and your purpose, then the things that you guys are going to create is out of this world. There's nothing stronger than two people who are in love, dedicating themselves to one purpose, one journey, one mission. And we got to learn how to communicate with our partners more, actually sit down with them and prioritize what's important. Like, yes, the emotional stability and the romanticism and all the other type of stuff is very important in relationships, right? But we also need to go into periods where we're like, what do we need to take care of? What needs to get done? What is our purpose? What is our mission? What are we trying to align with? And what's my strengths? What's your strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? And how can we put our things together? How can we put our brains, our skills, our energy, our faith, our motivation, and everything else connected to it into motion, onto one path that propels the household in totality towards what we're trying to get to? And that's another thing too. We got to stop picking partners who we're going in two separate ways, right? We like to pick partners who their vision wants to go to Mars, but you want to go to the Earth's core. So while she's trying to penetrate upward, you're trying to penetrate downward. You guys are going to it's just too much resistance. That ties down to the courting aspect, right? You have to be a little bit honest with yourself, you guys. Like, what do I do? What am I good at? What do I want to do? Well, like what is my passions? And then let me try finding somebody who somewhat fits into that, right? Whether it's from a skill set aspect, a mindset aspect, a health aspect, because you don't know how a woman can inspire or add to your cup. But you have to be aware of at least what you want, where you're going, what you're doing. That's part of leadership. That's why they say men are the leaders in relationship, because you at least got to know what you're up to. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have some sort of vision, and they'll support it. They'll aid it. They'll nurture it. They'll make it grow. Trust me, if you align with the right women, if you pick the right women in your life, you're not going to be stagnant at all. You're going to get random bursts of inspirations and everything else. You know, it's a very crazy, it's actually kind of fun too. You actually put it in perspective. And the same person that you can go out with, chill with, have fun with, eat with, just laugh with, the same person that you can get really deep, intimate, vulnerable with, everything else is also the same person that you can make money with. I don't know why we like dismiss that aspect or something like that. You know, we put the women into this submissive housewife type energy, right? And even if we aren't making them like yes mans or something like that, we just tell them, hey, go do your, go chase your passion or whatever the case may be, right? Do you know how much, do you understand how much powerful you would be as a man in that situation? Figuring out your own purpose and being so strong in your own purpose that she feels safe enough to release hers and nurture yours for the bigger picture. That's a safety factor. That's a security factor. If you're putting it on her to chase her purpose may be helping you. If that's your wife, if that's your partner, you're a part of her purpose. So by you aligning in what you need to do, creatively, intellectually, physically, financially, the whole nine, right? She by nature, your woman by nature, like I'm literally telling you guys, these are things by nature that they will do. They will aid it. They will nurture it. They will like automatically just start gaining skills and gaining insights and certain things like that to literally damn near pour straight back into you. But we don't view it as that. We really don't. And I'm not saying this from a perspective of they have to put their purpose completely to the side, because that's not the case at all. But what I'm saying is the nature of them. You're going to see her start dedicating energy into you, even if she doesn't completely drop her own passion or something like that, because I highly suggest they don't do that, right? Because they have to have some sort of way where they can express themselves and feel happy, right? But you will notice the sense of collaboration, the spirit of collaboration increases the moment you're aligned with somebody who you're supposed to be with. Why would God send you somebody in your life who isn't proactively helping you get to the things that God promised that he would give you in your life? How does that make sense? If God told you you were meant to live this life, you were meant to go on this mission, do this purpose, do whatever the case may be, this is what your life is supposed to look like. Why would God send you somebody who you are literally supposed to continue your lineage with that isn't cohesive with what he's asking you to do? Because if the person who's not cohesive, if somebody's not cohesive with the mission and purpose that God is asking you to do, they're going to slow it down or deter you. God doesn't want that. We have to look at the real reason why God is bringing certain people around us. Some of us have gems. Some of us have literal relationships where if you just cultivated the space, cultivated the energy, y'all take off. But we don't trust our partners that deeply.